the example she mentions is long distance motorcycle touring. So, and I was like, oh my God, I'm a motorcyclist, and the example that Alexa is giving here is about long distance motorcycle touring. So maybe this is custom made for me. And so many things happened, and I kept doing one lesson after another, and something something awoke in me, and and suddenly there was this competition at my company, and I will give a brief about that competition. It's Ganesha festival. It's a very huge thing in Mumbai, especially in Mumbai. It's a very huge celebration. A lot of people come out on the roads, celebrate, lots of fanfare happening. But because of the pandemic, nothing is happening. So our company decides to uh, let the employees give an opportunity to celebrate Ganesha in a different way this time, because nothing is happening outdoors. So let us find out a way to celebrate our favorite festival in a different way. So uh, we were asked to come up with our own creative ideas, and this is what came to my mind. Maybe make something out of paper, and because craft is something I really loved as a kid, but I couldn't pursue as an adult because a lot of responsibilities came up. A lot of I had career obligations, I had job, and so I couldn't just pursue my hobby. So I thought, why not? And Alexa is here, and I have Alexa's voice in my ear. And she's like, you have to go after what you want, chase your passions like no tomorrow. So all of a sudden, I had this voice of Alexa from thousands of miles away in my ear. And I was like, and that was all the motivation I needed. And I stepped forward, decided to take action. And the next 10 days, I was like totally dedicated. It was like nothing. I just ate one meal a day and barely enough sleep, but there was nothing stopping me. There was not an iota of tiredness. I'm just totally lost in that activity. And you wouldn't believe it was after 16 long years that I was actually trying my hands at craft. I had not made a single piece of craft in the last 16 years, but here I was back in that same rhythm that was awoken by Alexa's teachings. And I'm so thankful that I decided to listen to that voice and go for it. And when I went for it, and when I finished the particular artwork, I was so happy. I mean, there is nothing like it. I mean, there
That's
is,
that's
yeah,
the thing, Ajeesh. That's actually the best part of all of it. Like, yes, there's a link. We'll have to put, actually, maybe you can put a link in the chat where people can actually see the beauty. I mean, because in addition to working your tail off and loving it and making this beautiful creation, but you made a video of the process, which is incredible. So the idea that to me, what was so exciting is that you just reconnected to your own happiness. So
true.
it wasn't about the competition really, or it was just about like, oh yeah, there's a part of me that forgot. It was inside of you all along, but you just forgot how much you love doing it. And then you just gave yourself permission to just do it. You just gave yourself
Absolutely.
permission again. You remembered that it was an option.
Right. That's right. So nothing can compare to the joy of embracing your own self, because
Mm.
what happens is so many situations come in our life wherein we are forced to let go of what we truly are, because we have society, we have sometimes we have our own parents, our relatives, our colleagues, and a lot of people. We have There is so much noise around. The world is full of noise, and when you lost, and most of the times you get lost in that voice, and in that terrific noise, you sometimes tend to forget your own voice. And sometimes the voice of the soul is very feeble. you know the voice of the soul is very feeble, and with all that noise around, it is very easy to lose yourself. But no matter how lost you are, it only takes one moment to re-embrace that and walk that path again back to your own light. And there is no other happiness, no greater joy than embracing or walking back to your own light. That is what I learned this pandemic.
Yeah.
That no
And I-
soul is beyond redemption.
yeah. And so I don't know, we connected. I'm so impressed and so proud of you, Ajeesh, for reconnecting to your joy and allowing that energy to then go back to your day job and to how you're navigating the pandemic, and maybe I'm sure that energy is touching the relationships in your life. And that's
Mhm.
kind of how this stuff works. So prior to me launching Wishbeads, I have been teaching the same stuff whether I was teaching and still do teach courses about confidence and speaking and finding your voice and reconnecting to your inner light. And really prior to that, I was an actress, which was also about exploring the human spirit. It's really the same thing. But for me, I think my process is always trying to whittle it down to make it as simple as possible and creative as possible and as fun as possible. Because if I can do that in my own life and teach you to do the same, you can reconnect to your joy and then see what happens. So I don't tell people, oh, in 21 days, your wishes are going to come true. But I think in 21 days, with a little creativity and some intention, and a little bit of wish work, you will start to see, feel, and experience the world in a different way and connect to your own energy in a different way. And that's when new possibilities open up in your life. And
Right.
and I think this time that we're in is inviting us to expand how we can be a force in this world. If we want to change the world, or if we want to better the world, or we want to better our experience, I think I'm imagining looking for ways to make it accessible. And this is what today is all about. It's about creating a time and a place to creatively play with a creative exercise, to leave judgment at the door, and to invoke creativity and possibility in a really practical, fun way. It's very simple. It's a very simple process. So,
Indeed.
hi, Christina, welcome. So, and you're just on time. So, I just am curious. You can either unmute yourself, because everyone's a panelist here. You can unmute yourself, or just put in the chat what inspired you, just like whether it's a short phrase, to come today. What are you saying yes to today? And when you give it some energy by writing it or saying it, it really brings it down from that kind of, like, I wouldn't say just shy place, but it makes it more grounded. It makes it more present. It brings it more stronger vibration. So if you want to put it in the chat, or if you want to, unmute yourself, but what were you saying yes to yourself? What excited you the most about attending today's Wish Circle? Let's bring that energy in.
Well, I think I'm needing to plot a pathway towards 2021.
Nice, nice. I think everybody is really ready for 2021 and reflecting. Actually, we have like a good month to say, wow, what did we learn this year? And what do we want to take with us? And what do we want to leave behind? And I think that's a really beautiful intention, especially as we, just at the end of November. So we've got really a great amount of time to set those intentions. Yay. So Kelsey shares, hearing nuggets of wisdom, holding space for community, and tapping to what's next for how I live my best high vibe, higher self life. Amen. Sounds so good. And Christine saying yes to opportunities in front of me and stepping away from fear and into confidence. Yes. And this human experience, by the way, even though I teach confidence for a living, fear is part of that. Like, you actually have to go through a fear energy to understand what the contrast is. Confidence, like, fear is welcome at the table, because fear is a really powerful teacher, and fear gives you that moment to stop and say, whoa, what's going on here? So I really have learned to, to embrace fear as a teacher. It doesn't get to like hold up residence and too long, but it is welcome at the table. So Kim says, my wish today is to break through my fear of success. Ooh, so I want to get clear and get focused. Amen. Yes. Yes. Imagine what's possible. I will say this, what's so interesting. Yeah, there were plenty, Christina. Yeah, there were plenty of fear lessons. Whoa, child, there were. Kimberly shares, I said yes to surrendering to what comes my way, acceptance with joy, to live simply and stay humble and kind. Yes, yes, yes. And Michelle, oh, thank you. She says, I believe that your work And your messages are now a very important part of my spiritual path. I am honored. Thank you, Michelle. We had such a fun little journey so far, and it's still unfolding, but Michelle's a super winner. She's like a super winner. She won 2 big giveaways in less than 1 week. So I think her imprint is winner. So good. And Billy says, I want to spend time with Ajeesh and always
Oh,
support my
thank you
beautiful
so much.
daughter.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
so nice. So good. So yeah, it's so interesting. I was reading one thing that you were what you were saying. Someone was just saying, and I was going to talk about that. Um, yes. Opening and receiving more connection to your heart. Yes. And the G shares community. Yes, yes, yes. So all of this is, and thank you all for sharing and voicing. It looks like, oh, we have someone here coming in too. Mo, welcome, Mo. So we have this opportunity to just make space for this, to see what's possible. Oh, I was going to share with you something that happened with my son recently because, you know, I heard, oh, your name is Sarah and not Kimberly. I am here to surrender to finding myself authentically and not forcing it. Well,
I'm
Sarah,
sorry. My friend Kim invited me and it's coming up as Kimberly. But my name is actually Sarah. I just don't know how to change my name.
Sarah, we
So I
welcome you.
apologize, but she invited me here. So I'm
That's
thank you.
awesome.
Actually, my name is Sarah, so I'm so sorry. I've stolen her name. So
Oh, it is all good. We've got a real Kimberly, and then we have a Sarah who's masquerading as Kimberly
basically.
Menendez. So
Yep.
that's perfect. No, it's so good. Well, sometimes my kids jump on my Zoom and then they do change my name, but fortunately I know what it is. So I will end up with really funny filters, which we can do later, which is really, really fun. But yes, I'll walk on and I'll have like a green goatee and I'll have like a pizza hat on and all kinds of fun things. So yeah, this is our new Zoomy Zoom world.
Mhm.
Yay. So Christina mentions 2 of her favorite things, beautiful jewelry and spiritual development. Yay. This is so good. Yes, but also she's giving you some direction on how to change your name. If you want to change your name, there's 3 little ellipses that are on the upper right-hand corner. You can click that and then it'll actually have, if you drop down that scrolled menu, it'll say rename and you can rename yourself. You can work on that,
Since
Sarah.
yeah, since someone talked about fear here, maybe we can throw some light on fear. I think when you
Fear.
mentioned fear, yeah, I think when you mentioned fear, you're talking about, you were mentioning nervousness, right? Anxiety or nervousness, not the fear of death or something like that. That is what I'm assuming, because when we refer to fear, we are mostly referring to nervousness or anxiety, right? I'm not sure who sent that response, but yeah.
Well,
So this will
yeah.
be, yeah. So this is what I think about anxiety or nervousness. So I happen to read a lot of articles and a lot of research papers. So what it mentions is introverts. This basically happens with introverts. So introverts are highly sensitive people.
Mm.
They're like very, very sensitive to a lot of vibrations or signals or whatever it is, situations. So, so when you are very sensitive, you can sense a lot of things that extroverts cannot sense, right? Extroverts are people who enjoy company, right? Who enjoy loud parties and who enjoy interacting with people. But introverts, they find these activities very, very draining. They can't tolerate long noises. They can't tolerate long conversations because they are very sensitive. They're very, very sensitive. I mean, a tiny noise can make them very uncomfortable. Just imagine if you have loud music, it just drains them. And the thing is, when you are very, very sensitive, you are, and you don't know it. And the problem happens when you don't, when you're not aware that you're sensitive. When you know that when you're very sensitive, then you know how to control it. The problem arises when you're a very, very sensitive person, but are unaware about it, unaware about your own sensitivity. So when you have signals picked up, your body is picking up signals that you have not learned to perceive, your body goes into default mode and interprets those signals as threat to your body. And
As
that's the
stress
reason
to your body?
yeah, as stress or threats. I said threat. So, so when the body doesn't, so when the body encounters a new signal, a signal that it has not encountered before, it goes into default mode and interprets that as a threat. That is the reason you get anxious or fear, because fear is actually a good thing. It is actually your body trying to keep you alive. So all you have to do is try to analyze that fear and tell your body, tell your mind, "Yeah, I know the situation. I've been in the situation. There is nothing to fear about." And yeah, so to get rid of that fear, all you have to do is keep pushing your comfort zones little by little, slowly, and keep taking more risks. And the more you expose yourself to such situations, the lesser your body will keep interpreting them as threats. Once your body and your mind gets comfortable with those situations, you won't be anxious anymore with those situations. That is what I
Yeah. I think
yeah.
there's a lot of work now on neuroplasticity. So it's changing the pathways of your brain. And so you're getting new experiences, and it's like taking your fear muscles to the gym. So the risks can be just putting yourself in a Zoom, with people and having your camera on. And that may feel like a risk, or setting yourself up to make one sales call a day, just one. And you can prep it all in advance, and you can have the idea and just make one sales call. And that exercises those muscles of fear. And everybody has fear. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a wonderful teacher. But I think you can exercise those muscles and actually look forward to the game of it, So I agree with you. Thank you, Ajeesh, for that. So let's take ourselves on a little wish trip, shall we?
Sure.
So go ahead and silence any of our phones or things like that. I'm going to make sure that my phone is on vibrate or whatever. Turn that off. And I really invite you to just get comfortable wherever you are. The way that this is going to go, if you're new to a wish circle, is it's a little guided visualization. Now, typically I have some music playing. I wonder if I can do that, or maybe we'll forego it, or maybe I'll put it on. Let's see if I can put it on real quick. But we have a little music. You're going to close your eyes. We're just going to go through a really quick little kind of a cleansing of our body. And then I will invite you to go on a visualization exercise. The only thing that I encourage you to do is not judge the experience. That is harder to do than it sounds, because maybe you really are like, yay, this is all going to feel so good. And I'm so excited, and I have some sort of expectation, or I want to say, like, I know what I want to wish for, and I want to see it. But my feeling is just allow yourself to not engage in an inner dialogue of your head. Just see whatever comes up for you, be there. If something doesn't come up, that's okay. That's okay. It's a feeling. The first step is to visualize and see it, to go through the experience. The second step is to write it down. So we're going to write it down a little bit. If you have something to write with handy nearby, that's awesome. Sometimes some people have my book already. We'll talk about that later, but you can also use a journal or a piece of paper. I am looking for this nice playlist. Okay. So let's see. Can you all hear this music if I have it here?
Yes.
Do you want it a little louder? More? Not, that's enough. Okay. No mas. Okay. Okay. So let's just have some fun. We'll leave all of our expectations at the door. We're here to wish. This is always fun for me too, because I never know what's going to come up. This is your invitation to just get quiet within, to allow all the fear to melt away. So go ahead and place your feet firmly on the ground. If you're seated, if you're not, just start to feel the contact that your body has on wherever you are sitting. Just bring your awareness to your body. As you soften your eyes, close your eyes. Just come home to yourself. Welcome your attention to go deeper into yourself for a moment, allowing the outside world to drift away. This is your home, your body, your spirit, your heart. Welcome home. I invite you now to imagine that there is a beautiful shower of light coming from way high up in the sky. And it's gently, gently, this golden light showering down from the top of your head, showering down from above, penetrating the top of your head and moving softly into your head, your face. This light is showering you with quiet and calm, gently removing any areas of tension. As this light moves deeper down your body, you feel it going into your neck. The light is now dancing on your shoulders. Wherever you find areas of tension, just allow the light to gently work its way there, releasing the tension, allowing the light in to penetrate your cells. This light, this cleansing, beautiful golden light is now moving down your torso, down your back, down your arms, your elbows, reaching your hands, your fingertips, moving into the organs of your heart, your lungs, your digestive system, all the organs of your body and all the space in between is slowly filling with this beautiful golden light, releasing any tension. Now the light is moving down into your hips, allowing any tension in your hips to slowly relax, ease, allowing that light to go down your legs, softening your knees, moving to your ankles, your feet, and your toes. See your light filling your body. And slowly take a big, deep breath in. Imagining all of this beautiful light nourishing your cells, quieting your mind, and opening your heart. Exhaling any energy that no longer serves you. Breathing in. And exhaling the energy that no longer serves you. And one more time, breathing in, healing, golden light. And exhaling any energy that no longer serves you. Now imagine and connect with a big, beautiful ball of light, any color you wish, in the center of your chest. This is your light, the energy and the light of your heart. Picture that beautiful ball of light right now. And on this next inhalation in, imagine that the light of your heart, this big ball of light, is growing in intensity. Breathing that in. And as you exhale, this light is expanding out from your heart. And again, as you breathe in the energy of your heart, your light in the center of your chest is growing in intensity. And as you exhale, this light is expanding. And as you inhale, that light in the center of your chest, your light is growing in intensity. And as you exhale, your light is expanding, but this time like a beam of light straight from your chest, extending out in front of you. Like the light of an old-fashioned movie projector, this light is being shown on a screen in front of you. Picture that light, your light on that screen right now. And as you see that light glistening on that screen, I invite you to imagine that this light is bringing into focus a picture, a movie of a time, a moment in time at some point in the future where you are living your wish as if it's already come true. Picture this movie, your movie, right now. See it come into focus on the screen in front of you. Just allow this image, even if it's just one tiny detail, to emerge. Now, slowly, slowly, you find that you're being drawn, magnetically drawn to this screen, and you move closer and closer and closer until you're so close that your nose is touching the screen. And in the next moment, you merge with that image. You step into the screen, and suddenly you're there, standing in that moment in time where everything feels just right. You are living your wish. You're there. Be there now. Awaken your senses to imagine this moment as if you're there. What do you see in this moment in time where everything feels just right? What do you see? Be there now. Look around and open yourself to the experience of sound. What do you hear in this moment in time where everything feels just right? What can you hear? I invite you to move in this space and see if you can notice, what are you wearing in this time and place where everything feels just right? What are you wearing? And now tune your attention inward and notice how you feel. What 3 words would you describe how you feel in this time and place when everything feels just right. How do you feel? Now let's invite a few more details. And as you explore this time and place where everything feels just right, you are living your wish, you are there. I invite you to notice 3 specific details. Invite your imagination to look and notice the light or a special object that catches your eye, or the people that you're with. Notice 3 specific details right now. Now, in these few moments where you are in this time and place where everything feels just right, I want to remind you that this is your special place and you can come back here anytime you want. It's yours. All you need to do is imagine that light in the center of your chest, your light. And this moment came from your light, which means all you need to do is close your eyes and remember. And in this moment right now, I invite you to allow the energy of this place, to drink it in, allow it back into your body, to fill your heart, to fill your cells, to fill your imagination. Drink from this energy right now. Take in those details right now. Commit yourself to remembering those details right now. And in the moments we have left, just give yourself one more glance, something you could touch. What's one more detail that you can notice right now? Notice it now. And when you're ready, very, very gently, knowing that you can come back to this beautiful place anytime you want, it's yours. Take a big, deep breath in and bring your awareness back to your body. And as you exhale, allow yourself to come back to your current space, feeling your body seated or laying down wherever you are, wiggling your toes, slowly moving your head side to side, and gently, 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 when you're ready, open your eyes and come back. Okay. Hello, smiling people. And I am going to slowly turn this music off. You know what's fun about Spotify? You never know what you're going to get, but the soundtrack always works. So fun. Welcome back. Hi, Leslie. Welcome, welcome back. Okay, friends. How was that experience?
Super, super amazing. So
Super,
refreshing.
super. Yay. So here's kind of what happens next. And it's a little bit like choose your own adventure, but the invitation now is to actually capture the energy of the details that you saw and imagined. Now, if you have something to write with, I would say jot down some notes. After the wish circle is over, I invite you to go back and do a creative writing exercise where you allow yourself to go deeper and record the experience as in present tense language. So again, like as if it's already come true, like it's not something that's going to happen sometimes maybe in the future, or this is this thing that I experienced in the past tense in this virtual wish circle. No, it's now. I'm standing in this gorgeous bedroom and the sheets are white and the comforter is white and there's this beautiful throw that is all like comfy and white too, and it's just serene. This is actually my visualization, which is funny. I dreamed about a bed. And but when you're, so it's not something that happened in the past, or maybe this will happen in the future, but it's like it's present. It's already done, which means that the wheels are in motion for you to claim it as your own, which means in my vantage point and my sort of philosophy, that now that we have this wish, the universe, the law of attraction, the consciousness of having a goal, you know what you want. It's the pin in the map of what you're ready to create in your life. And then suddenly you have some direction for what you need to do about it. So sometimes there's big, big wishes that I have that are like huge concerts that I want to produce and millions of people wishing at once. That is a big wish. Today was something so simple, was really about a feeling, a bedroom, a feeling of serenity. That was the adjective that came up for me. And so sometimes those feel slightly more attainable, and you can work backwards and actually start to take action towards what your being is longing for. So take just a few notes while it's top of your mind, so you have a sort of an entry point to go back to when you want to do the bigger exploration. And for some people, even in the creative writing experience, actually new things come up. So you can let your imagination go deeper and fill in more details as if it's unfolding. Like give yourself a challenge to put your pen to paper for 20 minutes. Don't lift it, just allow it to come and come and come, and maybe more details will emerge. For some people, that's another way in. Now, because we're together, and this is always sort of a fun part, there's a wish myth, which is if you say your wish out loud, it won't come true. And I just don't believe that. I don't buy that. I think there's power in saying your wishes. And not only power, you can also get insights from people who have done this before, or myself, of how you can actually use this experience and start to bring it to your life right now. It's why I created Wishwork, which is a way for you to sort of change the way we talk about neuroplasticity, or how you start to see and experience life in a different way. So I hope you'll begin the 21 days of Wishwork after today using your wish as the jumping off point. But because we're together in this wish circle, you can also ask me questions or share your wish, and I can start to show you how you can bring that to your life right now and start to actively take action towards it. And then it has it builds momentum, and you'll see how quickly things can change. So does anybody want to either ask a question or share their experience? You can either raise your hand or...
I can maybe talk about my wish.
Oh, great. Ajeesh, I can't wait to hear what your wish is.
So in case you have watched the podcast already, my biggest wish is to ride the whole world, every single country that is out there in the world on my motorcycle. I want to do it on 2 wheels, and I'm super, super passionate of doing that. And that is exactly what I saw in the visualization today. I was imagining myself standing right next to the pyramids. I was in that desert, feeling the sand in my hands, right next to my parked motorcycle. And here I was after a long, long journey right in front of the pyramids, and I'm seeing the sun set on the pyramids. And that was such a beautiful, beautiful sight. A marvelous place I would like to visit over and over again. Maybe if not in reality, maybe in my visualization sessions. It was such a refreshing session. I really loved it.
I'm so happy. So cool. Like, yes, I know that's your big wish. And I too have a very big wish about this concert. And it's interesting. I actually have a meeting this week specifically, which is a mini version. So sometimes your wishes have steps. So for you, Ajeesh, the one thing that I would say, that image of the pyramids and then sunset, one thing that you can do, which is so simple, is to find an image like on, Google or whatever, and that is similar, very similar, that captures the energy of what you saw in your mind's eye, and make that your screensaver. So you put it on your computer. So every time when you're going to work and you're about to, to do your writing that you do at work, you're seeing that image of the pyramids, and it brings that experience. It just sparks your heart. It changes your energy. And one thing that I love that you shared on the podcast was sometimes when you have this big wish, you can think, oh, and then I've got this day job, wah, wah. But what I loved was your recognition that sometimes your day job is great. It just occupies this sort of box that gives you financial security. You're good at it. You don't have to overthink it. You show up, you do your thing, you do a great job, and it provides this other space in your life to do your passion projects. So whether that is upgrading your motorcycle or doing weekend trips or whatever, it's sometimes people confuse like finding your life's purpose. And I love how you reminded everybody, that sometimes it's actually really awesome to have a day job. So you're like, check, I don't have to worry about paying the bills, like done. And I get to do my passion over here and take the necessary steps. For example, if you're going to be touring around the world, you can start to have an exercise 1 month where you're like, okay, what's every item do you think I would need for my motorcycle to really make sure that I was prepared? Like, I'm just going to create like my own wish list of stuff that I need. And then it's like, and then maybe 1 month you're like, okay, I'm going to like plot it out and create a whole, itinerary of where I would go and how I would do it. And so suddenly this crazy idea of this, I'm going to motorcycle around the world doesn't become so crazy. It's just a series of action steps that you can do. So you can raise money for it. You can plan your itinerary. You can all kinds of cool stuff that you can do. And then you feel like psyched because you're actually taking steps towards your wish.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't agree more.
Like create a soundtrack. Like, here's the music that I'm going to listen to as I'm touring such and such. Here are the people that I'm going to come visit. Like, there's just so many fun ways that you can do it. And instead of being a source of like, oh no, I can't do this thing, which is what many people have when their wishes seem unattainable. You're like, no, it's super doable. Super, super, super doable.
Absolutely.
And that's actually one of the things I forgot I was going to mention this, but my son recently, no, actually like 2 or 3 weeks ago was like, I want to change my room. He's 14, totally normal thing to say. Like, I'm ready to change my room. Here's what I want to do. I want to get rid of my bed. I want to get a new bed. I want to paint a wall a different color. I want to get a bigger desk, move a desk that we already have in the house and kind of switch things around. And immediately like the mom reaction was like, oh my God, this sounds like a lot of work for me. But guess what? That dude did it all on his own. Like, we literally were just like, you want to do that? And he had off this week. So he didn't make a thing of it. He was just like, yeah, I'm going to do it when I'm off because I'm off this week. And, they're doing all their school from their bedroom. So it's all virtual. So sure enough, he did it. And it was like, he didn't have like a drama about it. It wasn't like, oh, can you help me? No, totally did it. He did it. And I was so impressed. And I thought to myself, even though I am someone who produces a lot of stuff, there are certain projects that I kind of have what I call circle thinking about. I talk myself out. And I said, that dude didn't circle think about anything. It was like very just like, I want to do it. I did it. Done. Next. I thought, take a page out of his book. So it's good. Well, friends, we have gone way over time, but I so love being with you. So we can wrap up now. If you have any other questions, you can let me know. You can always find me at alexa@wishbeads.com. But it's just such a joy to spend this time together. I'm so proud of you for having the courage to wish and to stay active and proactive towards your wish. Every single one of you deserve to have all of your wishes come true, but also to be happier along the journey, to embrace this wild ride that we are on, and to reconnect to your inner light so that you can bring that light back to the world, because we really need that. You know, the humor, the community, the laughter, the possibility. We just need that energy. So by you showing up, it's really powerful. And so I really applaud you for making the time for yourselves today. And I thank you for being with me. And Ajeesh, all the way from Mumbai. It's late there. So it's like 11:30 at night right now.
It's 11:30 now. Yeah, it's time to go to bed.
It's time to go to bed. Oh my
But
goodness.
what an honor it has been. What an honor to be here with this amazing community, this positivity. I look forward to attending these sessions, your daily life sessions. And thank you very much for having me here. I was a bit tired today, but maybe that's the reason I was not so chatty today. Maybe the next session would be better than this. Yeah, but it was nice catching up with all my friends from so far away. And yeah, wish to see you soon.
Yes. And we cannot wait, Ajeesh, for when you do. So I live in Southern California, for when you're taking that around the world motorcycle trip. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to be swimming with the dolphins. Just hope you time it out in summer. Because I'm telling you, the ocean's pretty cold right now. We just need to remember what's a priority. And sometimes the world wants to shove messages of fear at us instead, because it's what, people click on. But we have the choice to focus our minds on our wishes. We focus our attention on things and people that bring us joy and lift us up and support us. And then we can go ahead and take that energy and support others. So it really is, I think wishing and taking action towards your wishes is actually an act of selfless giving. Because it not only improves your lives, but it really does improve the life of other people. So that can be a nice motivation as well. Oh, all right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping us navigate this new webinar world. And I hope you have a super, 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 super awesome weekend.